It's been years since Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber's names first collided in the world of pop culture, yet somehow, even in 2025, the echoes of that connection still dominate headlines. What began as whispers between fan bases has evolved into one of the most persistent narratives in celebrity culture, a tale of two women forever tied to the same man, yet walking completely different paths. Recently, the drama reignited after Hailey Bieber sat down for an interview with WSJ Magazine. When asked about comparisons to other women in the beauty industry, Hailey admitted that she found it annoying to be pitted against people she didn't feel inspired by. It was a vague statement, no names mentioned, but the internet didn't need confirmation. Within minutes, the online world drew one name in bold letters: Selena Gomez. Fans interpreted Hailey's words as subtle shade towards Selena and her flourishing brand, Rare Beauty, a company built on messages of kindness, authenticity, and self-love. The timing was everything. Selena had just made headlines for her wedding to Benny Blanco, and Rare Beauty's sales were surging globally. For the internet, it was the perfect setup for another chapter of the never-ending feud. Then came Selena's response, brief but piercing. On her Instagram story, she wrote, "Just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance, not intelligence. Be kind. All brands inspire me. There is room for everyone." Her message was calm, but carried an undertone of weariness, the fatigue of a woman who's had to live under the microscope for too long. Yet before the dust could even settle, she deleted the post. But in the age of screenshots, nothing truly disappears. Within hours, the quote flooded social media. Edits of Selena's words layered over emotional music began trending. YouTubers, TikTokers, and gossip blogs all joined in, dissecting every sentence. What did she mean by relevance? Was it shade? Was it closure? The irony is, both women have publicly said they don't want this feud. Hailey has repeatedly described it as vile and manufactured. In her words, it's the internet that keeps resurrecting the rivalry, not them. Selena, too, has spoken openly about wanting to move on, to live her life without being compared to someone from her past. But the digital age has made it nearly impossible. Every like, every unfollow, every beauty launch becomes evidence of hidden tension. Behind all the drama, however, lies something deeply human, the way people project their emotions onto celebrities. Selena and Hailey aren't just women anymore. They're symbols. To some, Selena represents heartbreak and resilience. To others, Hailey represents moving on and building something new. But when those two stories exist side by side, the internet sees conflict instead of coexistence. And that's the tragedy of it. Both of them are thriving, yet neither can escape comparison. Selena has evolved from Disney star to global icon, an actress, singer, producer, and now a wife. Her Rare Beauty brand has become a movement of self-acceptance, inspiring millions of people who struggle with mental health. Hailey, on the other hand, has carved her own lane with Rhode, her skincare line that's dominating the beauty market with minimalist branding and a message of clean confidence. Both are successful, both are influential. Yet headlines continue to frame their stories as a competition, as if there can only be one woman winning at a time. It's exhausting not just for them, but for fans too. The world has grown obsessed with drama, feeding on tension like it's entertainment. And in that chaos, the truth gets lost. Hailey and Selena are both navigating impossible levels of fame, judgment, and emotional pressure. Every word they say is analyzed under a magnifying glass. Every silence becomes a statement. Every move is a headline. And through it all, both of them have tried, in their own ways, to rise above. Selena's decision to delete her post wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Sometimes silence says more than 1,000 tweets ever could. And Hailey's honesty about feeling tired of the comparisons shows she's human too. In a world that loves rivalry, they're both choosing peace even when the world refuses to let them have it. As Selena steps into her new chapter with Benny Blanco, her energy feels different, softer, calmer, healed. Her smile looks genuine, her voice sounds lighter, and her focus seems to have shifted from proving herself to simply being herself. Meanwhile, Hailey is building her empire, standing beside her husband Justin Bieber, and working to define herself beyond someone's ex or someone's wife. Maybe that's what makes this story so powerful. It's no longer about two women fighting. It's about two women learning to live freely despite the noise. It's about letting go of narratives that no longer serve them and finally realizing that peace is the loudest response to hate. Because sometimes walking away isn't weakness, it's growth. And so, as the internet continues to speculate, one truth remains. Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber are not enemies, they're survivors of the same system. Two women caught in a cycle they didn't create, both choosing light over chaos. And maybe that's the real story, not about who shaded who, but about two souls learning that in a world obsessed with drama, kindness is still the most radical thing you can do.